What's going on, guys, and welcome to another beautiful Thursday. Somehow this is our first OTA of the August season, even though it feels like we've had like 20. And after some risky, dare I say, sexy balance patches over the last couple of weeks, we have now a pretty moderate tame patch today that includes 3 buffs, 0 nerfs, and let's just dive right into it. Now, these aren't going to be near as like earth-shattering as the last couple of patches we had, which I think is fine. It's a good thing, right? We've had a lot of craziness happen. But that being said, there's some nice changes to some cards on the rise and new cards that have been released. Now, as always, guys, just a reminder, you can go to the description. I try to put timestamps in all of my videos to jump to something that pertains to your interests. And before we jump into the patch today, this video is sponsored by Eternal Evolution. What's up, guys? Other Cozy here from the Multiverse, here to tell you about today's video sponsor, Eternal Evolution. A new thrilling strategy mobile idle RPG that has some awesome heroes, engaging combat, a variety of game modes, and is extremely free-to-play friendly. Now, let me tell you, I'm a sucker for hero collectors, and Eternal Evolution, they've got the heroes, they've got humans, they have cyborgs, they have lions, tigers, and hell, pandas. But why subject yourself to just one character? First of all, you can have a roster of these heroes, but my favorite are these two together. You can go ahead and hone their skills, learn their abilities, and discover the enemy's weaknesses to take advantage. Now, the best part is the gameplay, guys. They pride themselves in AFK. That means you can work, you can do the dishes, whatever, while you play the game, or you can sink your teeth into the strategic elements and focus on the enemies and precision targeting and study gameplay and their weaknesses. And right now, guys, is the perfect time to be playing Eternal Evolution because the summer events are going on right now, especially for people going into new servers, which means you can even get the epic hero in Luke for free. The event includes 2 new heroes, Halentis and Teresh, and a brand new PvP mode, the Hell Arena. No matter what kind of game modes you like to play in your games, Eternal Evolution pretty much has it all from PvE. They have giant bosses you can fight, PvP, guild modes, and the combat is super simple to understand and easy to pick up. And guys, for the first 100 people that sign up using my code, you're going to get special in-game rewards. You can find that down in the description using my code, or you can go and scan and download Eternal Evolution today using the QR code right on screen. I want to thank them for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back. Now, first up, guys, we've got the long-awaited buff to Forge. Now, Forge has not been touched really since the launch of the game, and it cannot come at a better time. We've got the newly released Dawkins, we have Lady Deathstrike, and a Rise of Deadpool Dex. The small change is going to give him a +1 power to his ability, which is going to dramatically increase the scaling of cards that you want to help from Forge. Now, Forge has always been that card that, you know, if you saw him in somebody's deck, you're like, okay, they're cooking. Like, what are they playing? I've got a better deck than them, most likely. But now I actually think he's going to be a card that can serve a spot in a lot of decks. 2 cost, average now 4 power is going to be pretty good, especially when that power you're granting is going to really benefit a card like Deadpool here. In Destroy decks, you try to play Nova down, right, just to get Deadpool that 1 extra power to get the curveball rolling. And now we can just do that via Forge. Also, guys, you have things like Human Torch, obviously doubling power in a move deck. This is going to be clutch. I think move decks can really use Forge to their advantage. Silver Surfer as well. Forge is starting to find a spot in there. Things like Brood, just naturally good fits. And then, you know, Human or Multiple Man. These cards that are looking to manipulate this power as much as possible. Black Panther is another great candidate, playing on 4 and then playing Black Panther on 5. Doing the Arnim Zola, but you get him that much bigger, right? All of a sudden, you have a 14 Black Panther, and you can start getting him kind of crazy with, what, 28 when you split him again. And it's pretty tough to beat 28. So altogether, I love Forge. I like the change a lot. Lady Deathstrike now. Now, I don't think you should go for her. I don't think she's going to be the best card ever. But putting her with Deadpool, who wants the Forge as well, you have multiple cards that are looking for this, right? Now we've got a little bit of a spot here because Lady Deathstrike going to 6 power opposed to 5 is way bigger than you think. Heck, let's just do it live. We're going to go to 5 power. We're sorted by cost and power here. Look at some of these cards. Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Polaris. These kind of meta-defining cards at the moment. Silk, right? Lizard. Now we have Lady Deathstrike able to kill all those reliably just by going up 1 extra power. So there is going to be some nice synergy here. The Forge decks, I think there's going to be a lot out there, but the first one that I plan on playing is going to be something pretty similar to this. I think bouncing back Forge makes a lot of sense with that +3 now. Playing him for cheap and building up Human Torch to like crazy levels, or for that fact, like any of these cards. Obviously, Deadpool decks, even Dawkins, are going to be really good as well. And that Twin Suns deck that I had about a month ago, I will definitely try him out in that. Now, moving right along, guys, I think we have probably the spiciest change in this patch. I think Forge was really good. But Crystal is finally getting looked at yet again. She's a card that is still getting no play and has a second OTA to try to change that. They're going to be taking her from that 4/4. Remember, they changed her ability last time to now a 3/3, giving her the exact same ability and some pretty good curve play now. And this change, I think, is actually going to have her slotted into a lot more decks. People love their combos and getting more cards reliably. Now, I'm not on the train of every new 3-cost or change to 3-cost needs to be in a Surfer deck. I think it's easy to look at it that way. However, guys, I think Crystal is a perfect fit for Silver Surfer. First of all, you're going to benefit more than your opponent. You guys are both going to get a card. This is a huge combo deck, so getting access to Silver Surfer, your Sarah, or just a strong 3-cost card that you're looking for is going to give you more of an advantage. Kind of like the Magic change. Yeah, Limbo happened for both players, but now you're going to benefit a bit more because you can boost her up with the Silver Surfer. Naturally, too, this is not going to make it the top-tier meta deck. I think it still needs a couple pieces to make him up there with Devil Dinosaur. But Ronan has long used Crystal as a way to go ahead and put more cards into your opponent's hands. And I think this is actually going to be a great change for Ronan, making him a more competitive deck. And I'm excited to see more of the builds out there. Right away, I'm going to be plugging her into Silver Surfer with a deck kind of like this. Maybe more refinement here, but this is definitely the first place that I see Crystal fitting into. And guys, if you do want to try Ronan, this would be the deck that I would slot her into for a Ronan build. Probably the one that I'll be testing out next in a deck guide, and I'm excited to give Ronan an old spin again. Whether you like Ronan, combos, or Surfer, I think Crystal is a great change, and we can finally have the dust away from all these crazy good variants that Crystal has. Let's go to the last buff today, and that is going to be Shanna, who's yet another card getting hit with another OTA to try to make her more useful. Outside of staring at her card art way too long, she wasn't played that much, guys. Yeah, even after the bump up, kind of a niche zoo deck, or even more so, you would play her down, destroy everything for this cool death option at times. But now they're going to be taking her from that 4/4 that they bumped her up to, back down to 2 power, but now at 3 cost. Now listen, since the last time we buffed her up, we got a lot more 1-cost cards. There's better chances to get some useful things out of her, right? Like Hawkeye's a much better play, Kitty Pryde, Nebula, all these cards are coming out that aren't as bad as the 1-cost that we have access to beforehand. In each one that comes out, it lowers the chance to get something bad, like maybe the Hood on the last turn of the game. Obviously, trying to kind of sneak into other locations or playing zoo decks is still going to work. And in a Destroy season, you can play a lot more Killmonger bait zoo decks, but Killmonger is pretty prevalent, so I don't know if I would go that route. But either way, if you want to try the Destroy kind of death package with her, I do think this is a cool deck that can feature the brand new Shanna that I might kick the tires on as well. Zoo decks can be a lot of fun if Killmonger is not present, but obviously this isn't the best season to do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today's OTA patch. However, I think it's interesting, right? These are the top 10 least popular cards in Snap. We have 2 cards that are getting a second pass, trying to make them better. I think it'd be cool to see some of these other cards get touched up. But I get it. I think maybe some of these might take more time to get right. Hell, some of these probably just need an entire ability change. But I want to hear from you guys. Out of this list, which candidate has to be buffed next? Would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Anyway, guys, it's going to be a good time out here for the next couple weeks. We probably have some crazy things to come. As always, guys, just want to say, hey, thank you for choosing this channel to watch Marvel Snap content. It means a lot that we're all here as a community. If you come back time and time again and you have not subscribed, it helps. It's cool. It means a lot if you click the sub button down below. And I want to give a special shout out quickly to all of the members that have chosen to support me as a creator. Means the world, guys. Means the freaking world. Anyway, guys, good luck out there in this mid-August season. And until the next one, happy snapping.